Everyone, welcome back to the channel, and it is that time of month where racing season has started. That's right, I've got my first race tomorrow and Saturday, and we've got a few things to prepare for that. Number one being the STI needs a new oil change because she's already overdue, and I want some fresh oil in her for the race. So first, let's get started on that. Let's do the oil change, and then we're gonna need a pack for the race tomorrow, and then we'll be off to the racetrack. All right, car's in the air, so next thing's next. Let's take off the skid plate, and then let's get to the oil pan. As we can see while we're under here, the oil pan is super wet. Now it is coming from the drain bolt. I think it might just be the gasket under there that's leaking, so we're gonna try just changing the gasket this time, see what that does. If not, we're gonna need a new oil pan because this one's warped, but hopefully that's not the cause. All right, now with the skid plate off, you can see it a little better. It really just is coming from that drain bolt, so I'm hoping an oil change and just replacing the gasket will do the work, but if not, like I said, we'll just have to replace the whole pan. Boom, just like that, old oil is out, and it is very dark, and this is 3,000 mile intervals, so definitely don't want to go more than 3,000 miles, especially on a car that you race. I think we got everything underneath done. We got new drain plug in, we got our new oil filter on, everything's looking good under there. And let's get the skid plate back on and fill this sucker up with oil. Everything under the car is back installed. We're gonna get this thing back on the ground, and then we're gonna fill her up with some oil. Just got some oil in here. Let's start this thing up, and let's hope we don't see any oil lights. All right, oil light is gone, that's a good sign. Let's check under the car. No oil under the car. That's what we like to see. Now I'm just gonna let this run for like 10 to 15 seconds, and then we can check the oil. All right, just sitting a little low. We're gonna go ahead and add some more. Not sure if you can see that, but we're about right in the middle of the dipstick. We're gonna go ahead and add another quarter of a quart or so, and then call that good. So oil should be good. I'm gonna go ahead, check the coolant levels, brake fluid levels, power steering fluid levels. Just make sure everything is good on the car because I don't want anything wrong when we're racing it, but I'm just gonna go ahead and do that, and then we're gonna start loading up all these tools. All right, y'all, it's a couple hours later. We're loading everything up, getting ready, because we're gonna be leaving very early tomorrow, so we're gonna have everything ready tonight, therefore we can just cruise in the morning. All right, we're gonna bring the STI in the trailer. Now there's not much room in the trailer for the car, but I've been able to get it in pretty much no problem every time. Hopefully I don't stall it too many times, but let's see how well this goes. And just like that, the car is all loaded. Now we just have a bunch of other stuff we're gonna fit in on the sides, but overall, this is solid. All right, straps are all good. We have one strap here in the back, just connecting to the rear steering arm and to the trailer. And then up front, we have a block here to stop it from going backwards. And then this one is going from the wheel, and there's a hook up there just to stop it from rolling back. So we are locked and loaded. We got all the tools back there. The car is still back here. We're just gonna get this gate closed and finally head to bed for tonight. I'm currently running off about 3 hours of sleep, a cinnamon roll, and a Monster. It's about 10:40 right now. I'm waking up tomorrow right around 5 a.m. So it's gonna be a long couple days, but it's gonna be worth it. I love the race weekend. So I'm gonna see you guys tomorrow morning, and hopefully that comes sooner than later. All right, guys, 6 a.m. the next morning. Slept in a little longer than I would have liked, but I think everything should be good. Now we got one last final check on the car. Everything still seems to be in good condition, so that's what we like to see. All right, just like that, we made it. Got about 30 minutes till our next meeting, so we're just gonna get set up and get everything ready. All right, we made it to the racetrack. It's a nice sunny day, but it is cold. Got the car all out and ready. It's looking good. We're just gonna get checked in. We're gonna check all the tire pressures, make sure everything's just sitting perfect on this car before we send it out on track. I got a driver's meeting in a couple minutes here, so we'll go to that first, and then after that, I want to say I race in about an hour, so it's coming up, it's getting close, and I'm ready for it. All right, we got our last session done. The car was performing super nice. I didn't get very much footage of it or anything. It was mainly just to figure out tire specs. We have them aired down properly, so when they're hot, they're up to about right around 33 PSI in the front and the rear. But the car handled super nice, super happy with it. This next time I'm going back out on track in about 20 minutes. I'm gonna get you guys some footage of it inside the car, and I might get some footage outside the car, and we're gonna get some lap times down so we can start improving from there. But it should be pretty good. Future self here. As I was exporting the dash cam footage to get you guys inside car cam for the racing, I realized that the sound was somehow turned off. Now I know this is super unfortunate. I'm gonna do my best to still give you guys the best experience you can, and hopefully it'll still turn out enjoyable. And don't worry, I'm definitely gonna have the problem fixed by next month's race event. But without further ado, let's get back to the video, and hopefully you guys enjoy this. Alright, we just finished lap number 2, or session 2. Car's performing super well, it's doing great. The brakes are just getting slightly hot, nothing to worry about. I just have to take a couple chill laps. Other than that, everything's pretty solid. I also did slightly overflow the coolant overflow tank, so that's coming out, but nothing bad. Sorry, it's a little loud outside, but we just got some Lamborghinis driving around, nothing crazy. But yeah, like I was saying, the car is performing extremely well, super happy with that. And tire pressures, we finally dialed them in. As the track's warming up, it's just a little hard, just trying to keep that consistent. But we're sitting front and rears right around 33 PSI right now, which is perfect for this car. Now, another fun thing about being here is the Riot Garage, which is honestly, in my opinion, one of the best things to do if you ever come to one of these UMC events. And there were quite a few people in there today, so I didn't get to talk a whole lot in there, but I got these clips, so enjoy some of the sweet cars they have. Now we just got done with session 3. It was a good session, everything felt good. I actually passed a couple people, which is nice, because my car definitely has the least amount of horsepower in my group. So passing people is always a great thing to do. All right, guys, just finished off the 4th session, end of day 1. It was a great day, and you know it's a good day when you have no issues. Like I said, we had the coolant overflow a little bit, but that's really not a big deal. So super happy with how today went. We've got everything just packed up for the night. We got the trailer here and the car sitting up front. So everything's gonna be here tomorrow. I'm gonna head home, get some good food, get some good sleep tonight. I'm still really tired, but I'm gonna see you guys tomorrow morning. Alrighty, everyone, welcome back. Day 2 here at Utah Motorsports Campus. We just got all the tire pressure corrected in the car, letting it warm up real quick. My session is starting to grid right now, so we're gonna go get ready. We might just have to get a little bit of gas right now. I have to check, but let's hope it's another good day. Let's hope the car runs well, and everything should be pretty good. All right, y'all, it's been a solid day so far. We've had some pretty great races. Tires are feeling good, brakes are feeling good, cars feeling good. Started finally working our way up in the field. You know, as of yesterday, especially early morning, we were definitely at the bottom of the pack. But we're definitely starting to make our way up towards the middle of the pack, which is super promising because right now it's just focusing on improving lap times and lap times and lap times. It's the biggest thing so I can eventually get my racing license. So definitely good that those are going up. For those of you guys who have been joining the Instagram lives, it's been awesome to chat with you guys. I hope you guys have been enjoying the on-car cam footage because that's been super fun to do. I'm not sure exactly how it looks from your guys' perspective, but it's pretty crazy in the car. It's definitely a surreal feeling. If I could give you guys all rides, I would definitely want to. But I have a little bit of time until my next race, so I think I'm going to go watch some of the cars and show you guys what the race life is all about. All right, y'all, last race of the day. Let's make it a good one. Everything should be already on the car. Loki just slept for a while, so we're a little tired right now, but we should be good to go racing. The car's still in phenomenal shape. All the pieces of the car are still in great shape. So let's end this on a good race. Let's get some good lap times, and let's bring the car home safely. Now, just like that, 2 days of racing is done. Now, boy, was it a good weekend. The car ran super well, nothing to complain about here. Besides on that last lap, as we know, the brakes started to glaze over. That was just them getting a little too hot. But they'll be completely fine. There's no hard repercussions or anything from that. The engine all held up. We didn't have an exhaust drag this time like it did last year. So super happy with that. And we've got the car completely loaded up, everything's strapped down. So now we're gonna head home and then unload this thing. We made it home. The drive home was pretty uneventful, but we're gonna unload the car now. I think it should be fine. The only thing is the brakes were super badly glazed. Now that they've had some time to cool down, I hope they'll be fine. There's always the off chance that they got a little too damaged and they'll need replaced, but cross my fingers. I want to say they'll be okay, but this is the moment of truth. All right, so the brakes are still not in the best condition. I'm gonna go ahead and check a couple things like the brake fluid and then just check the pads a little closer now that they're not as hot. I mean, they're still decently hot, so there's a chance that's still the reason why they're just feeling this way. Maybe there's some air bubbles that got into the brake system. We'll figure it out. I don't think it'll be too big of a deal, but I mean, considering all things, 2 days straight of racing, pushing this car super hard, it low-key did so great. I'm super happy about this car, and it's definitely got a lot more track days ahead of it. If you guys did enjoy a racing event like this, then let me know in the comments below, and I'll definitely be posting more of these if you guys like them. But just like that, I'll see you guys next time, and drive safe. All right, y'all, we have a problem that's bigger than the brake pads, and the car is low-key overheating right now. This car, it sits about 190 degrees normally. We're sitting at like 230 degrees on idle. And then I tried to drive it around. We got up to 240. No idea what the problem is. We literally have coolant. Like, everything should be fine on this. We overheated 0 times at track. Our coolant temp didn't get bad once. Yet now that we're home, I don't know what's happening. Literally, I have no idea. All right, guys, it's the next day. We're going to try and see what the problem is exactly and see if we can figure it out. We're going to start by just doing a coolant bleed pretty much. Just make sure there's no air pockets or anything like that. So first things first, we're going to get the coolant overflow tank back between the full and empty marks because it was overfilled. And then we're going to make sure the coolant in here is completely full, top that off if needed. And then we're just going to pretty much bleed the system of air and see if that solves our problem. All right, we got the coolant overflow tank to its set level. And in the radiator, it doesn't look like there's much coolant in here, so we're going to fill this up until it's full. All right, we got bubbles coming out, which is very good. That's what we like. All right, so we got the heat blowing on max right now, just trying to get that coolant circulating. The levels seem to be pretty consistent, although we're getting a decent amount of air. Overall, this is looking pretty good. I'm happy with what's happening. I think somehow the coolant overflow tank just got blocked a little bit, but we're gonna wait for the thermostat to open and hopefully everything will continue to look good. All right, we just refilled the radiator cap one time. The level was pretty steady, so we put the cap back on. Now we're just letting everything heat up. The temps are sitting right around 165-ish. They're just rising super slowly because it's idling, it's in a garage, it's already warm outside, the heat's on. So these are very good signs. I'm gonna let it idle for just a little longer, then we're gonna take it for a super short test drive. So far though, the signs look promising and I think the car is gonna be okay. All right, temps are at 181. We're just gonna go for a super short test drive around the block, just make sure the temperature stays fine, make sure nothing crazy happens. And as long as that's good, then we're gonna let the car cool down, we'll recheck our radiator level, and then everything should be good. So let's see how the test drive goes. All right, temps got up to right about 200 degrees while we were pulling out, which is perfectly fine. Now that we're driving, they're sitting 185, 190, which is perfect, exactly what we want. So we're gonna go park this, make sure the radiator levels are all right, and then everything should be good from there. We might just need to add a little more coolant, but I'm super happy with where the coolant level is sitting, and I think everything should be good. Now that the overheating problem is fixed, I think that's gonna end today's video. No more jump surprises, no more jump scares. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.